Hey guys, Bleeding Raindrops here again. You may notice my chin is bare. Yes, it is very bare. I shaved the beard. I am wearing a blanket because this week I am down in the basement. It's like 11:30 at night right now because that's when I found time to do this recording. And, well, everyone's asleep, so trying not to wake them up, and the best way to do that is to be in the basement where no one can hear me. And it's kind of cold down here. It's like, I think it's like 50 down here or something, or whatever. So, this week, I think like one person posted a story. I'm not really sure. I have to check the bottom of my thread here. What do we got here? Yes, who are you? The person who posts as Fluttershy. Element of self-descriptive usernames. That is very self-descriptive. So, I have not actually looked at this story yet, mostly because, well, I kind of didn't have to. You're the only person who posted something, so thank you for that. Um, by Applejinx. Hey, Applejinx, shout out. This is actually one of your first. This is the first story by you I'm reading, so this should be interesting. 3,000 words, a nice short read. This shouldn't be too long. I might actually get this in one video. Comedy, random, and adventure. Oh, good. I'm in for a laugh. A journey to Istanhoof in a train is interrupted by deadly snowdrifts. Could it be an attack of the terrifying Snow Weasels sealing their victims in a mysterious time bubble? This short, complete fic was written in 3 hours, flat to comply the rules of the tryout for the oncoming Pony-chan Fim-chan fic battle. Tied for first place with Vanner. Oh, Vanner! Wow, this had to be 10th of November. You still communicate with... I wish I could communicate with Vanner. I keep hearing about the guy, and, like, I've never seen anything of him. Like, he disappeared the day I showed up on Pony-chan. But anyways, contains the phrase, "Thou mad pink wretch." No refunds will be given for flinging of laptops or other computer equipment at the end. Oh, so I'm just going to fling my computer at the end. Oh, cold air outside these blankets. Hehehehe. I am surviving. Alright, contains Pinkie Pie, Applejack, Rarity, and Luna. Alright, let's get started, shall we? May as well, shrink this down. I forgot about that. I have this set to like a window over here, so see now you can all read that now. As okay, all right, let's go. Do 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 do. All right. Doom of the Snow Weasels. The train shuddered and creaked as it ground to a halt, and in the bursts of the steeping cars, Pony eyes blinked open in alarm. It was nighttime, but even for nighttime it seemed far too dark. The air felt strangely still, the outside sounded strangely quiet. A light glowed, then two, inside the berths. The first was the gleam of a unicorn horn, and the second was a candle flame. Two heads poked out from the curtains of their berths. "Rarity? That you, sugar?" "Applejack! I didn't know you had signed up for the journey to Istanhoof." Applejack clambered out of the bunk, holding the candle in her teeth, with a wary eye toward the flame for fear it would singe her blonde mane, which sprawled over her shoulders without its usual hair tie. I know it ain't usual for me, but them tickets turned up for sale, and how could I refuse? I never saw foreign parts before. It's only a weekend after all. I think it's charming that you're willing to broaden your horizons. I just didn't know you were here. I thought I was the only one. Why didn't you say something?" "I was mighty tired," said Applejack. "Worked ahead to make time. I was asleep." "But this is delightful. We shall see the sights together. I rather thought I would have that experience to myself," said Rarity. "Nope-a-dopey." Two pony heads worked around. A pink head... Oh, that's Pinkie Pie. I should have known that was Pinkie Pie. Two pony heads whipped around. A pink head peeked cheerfully out of a sleeping berth and gave a big smile. Rarity's eye twitched, and she produced an even bigger smile with some effort. Aha! I see we should have even more of an experience than I imagined. A voice came from another berth. If thou couldst pray desist thine fooling around and making noise so assembled ponydom might sleep. That just sounds odd, even from Luna. I don't know, maybe it's the saying of it out loud. Maybe it could be just me, I just don't know how to read it properly. Who knows? Yep, more of an experience. Well, we best get back to bed. That there's Princess Luna, and I can't be held responsible for Applejack. If I might draw your attention for just a tiny moment, the train isn't moving. What? Pipe thy cursed chatter down, prithee, or thy princess shall become exceeding cross. Rarity's magic tugged the curtains from Luna's berth, rewarded with a cranky noise worthy of twilight sparkle. Princess, we may have a serious problem. The train stopped. Something happened. Luna stuck her head out into the corridor as well, her mane a fuzzy wash of blurred color. Thou risketh the most extreme displeasure a princess can bestow. Oh gosh, said Applejack. Rarity, why don't you let her sleep, huh? Listen, said Rarity. They did, and the silence was oppressive. They looked out the window, and the blackness was strange. There was no distance to it. Rarity kindled a brighter magical light, and it was plain what had happened. The train was encased in snow. This ain't good, said Applejack. Seeing as you were right about the problem and all, Rarity, mind explaining what happened here? Oh no, said Sweet Pinkie Pie. The Snow Weasels! The snow what now? Snow Weasels! Obviously, cried Pinkie Pie. They come and bury you in snow forever. This is awful, but thank goodness, I know what to do if you... Does it involve a party in any way? Asked Rarity. Pinkie stopped. Her lip quivered. Now I'm reminded of those videos. It's like, how could this happen to me? Alright. It do, don't it? Wait, what? No, okay. I'm sorry. I do not think Applejack would talk like that. She's Southern, but she's not dumb. Like, as if that were a stereotype from there, but it do, don't it? Like, yeah, I mean, I've heard people, yeah, it do, don't it? But Applejack doesn't talk like that. Whatever, moving on, said Applejack. Your idea of fixing this ain't to dig us out, it's to throw a party? Not exactly, said Pinkie Pie. Maybe a little bit. If you just trust me, this time it will make perfect sense. I need some paper. You need paper? Said Rarity. Let me get this straight. Plain old paper. For a fire, perhaps? No, that would ruin it. And not plain old paper at all. It should be pretty paper, you know, with decorations on it. You are gonna throw a party, ain't you? Said Applejack. Luna had emerged from her bunk and joined them, sleepy-eyed and bed-headed. The glow from her horn joined that of Rarity's, and it was enough light that Applejack put her candle down and extinguished his flame with a careful hoof. So, she stepped on it, I'm guessing? Meh. Before thou carvortest mine subject, pray enlighten us regarding our plight. Huh? Said Pinkie. Luna sighed and shook her head. I am sorry. I will try again. When rising from our bed, we must needs resort to familiar diction. Before your party, may you please tell us of our plight. We already got a plight, said Pinkie. Thanks to you and Rarity. I don't think we needed much plightier in here, though. Problem, darling. She means problem, said Rarity. You mentioned Snow Weasels. Are those what have captured us? Well, duh, said Pinkie. Isn't it obvious? Mayhap, if we are encased in snow, we must needs melt it? We could, that is, we meaning all of us, not as we as in myself, could make a fire. Now she sounds dumb. She She's thousands of years old and she's still that dumb? No, like, I'm okay with this for Celestia because I'm just not a fan of Celestia. But Luna is best princess, okay? You can't make Luna dumb. Someone's gonna make Luna dumb now just because they said that. It's gonna be on purpose. It's gonna be a troll fic, and they're gonna make me read it. Send it in. Pinky listened politely to the princess's idea without batting an eyelash and turned, unperturbed. Applejack, I'll need your hat. What? Snapped Applejack. Y'all making a fire with paper in my hat? No way, Missy. It won't even burn that good. Think of something else. Oh, alright, I'll try. But it's snow time, you know? It's just the most obvious thing, said Pinky. If the most obvious thing is setting my hat on fire, I would hate to see your crazier ideas. Just saying. Rarity's horn flared brighter. We shall dig our way out. Applejack, do you feel rested? You may be the strongest of us. Dig? Scoffed Pinkie Pie. It's snow time. Applejack's chin lifted. Most likely. Would you be a darling and dig for us, please? Applejack went to the side door of the train car and glanced back at Rarity. Y'all could be helping, you know. There may not be room for all of us, said Rarity. And do you really need our help, a strong, brave earth pony like you? She is not seducing Applejack. Well, seducing's not the right word. But it's meh. You know what I mean. A strong, brave earth pony who figures she's being manipulated. See, there it is. There it is. Manipulation. The word that escaped me, said Applejack. But y'all just sit tight. It's okay. I'll have us out of here in a jiffy. Speaking of earth ponies, how about Pinkie Pie give me a hoof then? There was shocked silence as Pinkie clapped with a cranky expression on her face. Now see here, snapped Applejack. What has got into you? Joke's over. Y'all come and help dig, okay? No! Weren't you listening? It's Snow Weasels! We're in snow time! Cried Pinkie. Don't you know what that means? Applejack stared at her, astonished. I suppose I don't. What the hey does that mean, then? It means I still need pretty wrappings. Princess Luna, we're so lucky you're here. Take off your nightgown, quick! The other ponies stared at Pinkie in horror. What? Said Pinkie. It's not that kind of fish. Sheesh, be serious. Fourth wall break. Very good, Jinx. That kind of what now? Princess Luna did indeed have pretty wrappings, though her mane was a cloud of luminous fuzz without the distinct gradations of brushed hair. Her body was swathed in a sheer nightgown, translucent with moons and stars printed upon the delicate fabric. She stared at Pinkie, aghast. A mad pony wishes us to strip naked? What be the purpose? Nay, prithee do not answer. Some things say sully the air of neither day nor my beloved night. Why is she wearing a nightgown? They're naked. Anyway, that's why saddles are kinky. And socks, strangely enough. Really don't understand what this fascination is with socks, but hey, some things work. Easy there, princess, reassured Applejack, while Rarity glared at Pinkie. Behave, ordered the fashion unicorn, and coming from you, And Pinkie stared back at them all as if they had gone mad. Pinkie stared back at them all as if they had gone mad, before flouncing over to her bunk and jumping in with a cry of, Fine! I think we best get our butts out of here before this turns ugly, said Applejack. Here we go! She pulled open the door, using the convenient pull string for equine teeth, and was greeted by a blank wall of snow, at which she grinned. Rearing, Applejack struck with her hooves, chopping down fiercely to knock a spray of snow onto the floor beneath her, and blasting snow across the inside of the train for good measure, including over Luna and Rarity, who cried out in different styles of dismay, spattered with cold, wet snow.
Oh, 4 hooves. I totally expected her to use her. Yeah, that makes more sense. See, I don't even know what I'm reading.
Applejack glanced at them.
Sorry, I'll try to.
As the unicorn and alicorn glared at her, their horns aglow, all the snow disappeared from their persons, as if it had never existed.
There you go. That wasn't so hard, was it? I'll promise I'll be more careful, but that got me a big old start.
Applejack noticed that the snow had been removed from her person as well.
Mighty charitable of you. Now let me just... Oop!
The wall of snow was back to its previous untouched state. Applejack whirled on Rarity and Luna.
Now see here. I'm mighty sorry I got snow on your precious manes and all, but some ponies are trying to do a job of work here, and I do not appreciate your undoing that work just to teach me a lesson. You could have put it behind me, like I'll have to start doing, but you just had to go putting it back just to... Applejack, snapped Rarity. We didn't. Did you do that, Luna? Indeed, we did nothing. We thought thou had tightened us. Thou did not? Oh, said Rarity. I could get used to living 1,000 years ago. Did you know that? I would love to talk this way more often.
Luna looked at her sadly.
Thou would not like the price of it, Rarity. But I like that you like it. That's nice and all, said Applejack. But if you didn't put the snow back, who did? I told you, came a voice from Pinky's trunk. Didn't I tell you about the Snow Weasels? This is snow time. Snow time?
Said Applejack. Pinky's head stuck out of the bunk.
Snow time! Time has stopped. It doesn't matter how much you dig, because as soon as you stop, the snow's time goes back to what it was when you started.
Applejack's eyes flashed.
Well, then, if that's how they want it, I won't stop.
And before anyone could react, she had attacked the wall of snow again, heedless of the mess, demolishing it with her hooves and forcing herself up into the hole she had made, like a pony's snowblower burrowing through the solid wall of whiteness. Pinky's jaw dropped. She watched in horror as the snow flew, and then she let out a piercing shriek.
No! Stop her! Make her not do that!
Rarity whirled, startled by Pinky's sudden horror.
What? What is it, dear? It looks like she's doing awfully well. Why stop her?
Pinky's eyes were desperate.
Because if she's in that, and pauses for even a moment...
The hole vanished. The blank wall of snow stood in its place. Pinky screamed.
Heavens! Cried Mary. Princess, can you dig? We are not sure,
cried Luna, for Pinky had shoved past her and was digging frantically at the wall of snow, weeping.
Out of the way, Pinky,
cried Rarity. When this didn't help, she added,
Princess, pull her out of the way. We may not be strong enough. Do your best,
said Rarity. She dragged Pinky away from the wall of snow into the grasp of Luna, and stood staring down the white expanse as her horn flared into incandescence. It would be like digging in the ground, but perhaps with a twist, like the way one heat sealed delicate fabrics before. Oh, like the way one heat sealed delicate fabrics before stitching. A hole appeared in the snow and grew larger. Luna and Pinky stared, and then Luna was able to join Rarity in the magical excavation, for Pinky could see something was being done, and held back rather than flinging herself at the wall.
Oh, hurry, hurry, she pleaded.
The unicorn and alicorn persisted, gouts of snow filling the interior of the train, and then Rarity cried,
I got her! Just a bit more, Princess! Get her hat! Don't forget her hat! Yelled Pinky desperately. Well, all right, darling, said Rarity.
There.
There.
Down through the hole in the snow slid Applejack's chilled body, followed by her hat, which Pinky pounced on.
You poor, brave thing,
cried Rarity, hugging Applejack, who coughed and started to breathe again, shivering. She opened her eyes, and Rarity hugged her more, because it was plain that being buried alive in snow hadn't looked like a nice way to die. Oh, that's right, this is a comedy. Applejack's heart was pounding, and she looked dazed and terrified. Rarity looked around for Pinkie Pie, only to see a shocking sight. Pinkie had Applejack's hat under her hood. She had Luna's nightgown in her teeth, and she was trying to rip it off Luna's body, while Luna protested, Cease, mad pony! Do not entertain designs upon the royal person. You know not what you do. Do not force us to resort to stern measures. She had the full candlelight voice going, but it was to no avail. Pinky set her jaw and only pulled harder, snarling,
"This has gone far enough."
"It is thee who goes too far entirely."
"Don't you understand? Pinky always knows what's going on." She knew about the parasprites. She knew... Well, the pinky sense was pinky sense. But Pinky always knows what's going on. She just knows. You gotta listen.
Pinky spat out the nightgown and confronted Luna.
"Now listen, you obviously don't know anything about Snow Weasels, okay? I let Applejack try to fix this, and you and Rarity have tried to fix this, and it's getting dangerous. My friend could have died from your foolishness. For anyone...
No.
Any pony gets hurt, I'm telling you, it's my turn, and we're going to fix this my way."
"Thou insolent," began Luna, who was not accustomed to being accused of foolishness, but a certain small sound stopped her. Applejack had cleared his throat.
"Wait, Sugar Cube, okay?"
They waited, while Applejack took a breath. She did sound as if she'd nearly died, but she spoke to Pinky anyhow.
"I see you got my hat, didn't you, Pinky?" "Yes," said Pinky. "I'm sorry, but it was necessary." "And y'all trying to get Luna's nightie there? Perhaps for kindling?" "And she's arguing, and this is important," squeaked Pinky indignantly.
"Important?
"We protest that escaping this prison of snow is important."
Hold on a minute," said Applejack. She coughed and went on.
"Those of us who lived in Ponyville a long time learned to trust Pinkie Pie here. Now, that's a right nice nightie you got there, but my hat ain't just a nice hat. It's my hat, honey, and that means something, or it should. Now, I don't know what nightie means to you, Princess, but we're just folks, and we seen you without it before. And if you're attached to it, y'all should listen up good here and learn."
Applejack gulped. Tears came to her eyes.
"Pinky, to save us all, you may burn my hat."
She squeezed her eyes shut, and Rarity hugged her again.
"It's important that it's a nice hat," said Pinkie Pie.
She turned to Luna.
"Well?"
Luna gazed at her with narrowed, suspicious eyes.
"Thou mad pink wretch!" "Nopey dopey! I only retch if the baked goods are baked bads. Now come on, Black Snooty. If Applejack can do it, you can. Trust that, Pinky."
Her mood had bounced back with typical briskness, and her eyes twinkled with merriment.
"Princess, Applejack is correct," said Rarity. "I realize it seems, well, crazy, but there may be something to this. Perhaps it is about natural, rather than magical fire, such as we might produce. Or it is a fire made from clothing that is the key. Or it's just not a fire at all, you morons. She's gonna do something completely not fire-y with the artifacts. And it's gonna get them out of there by some weird Pinkie Pie-ness. It's Pinkie Pie. What do you expect?" "Nope," said Pinky. "Come on, we've been stuck here long enough."
Luna turned to stare at Pinkie Pie. Then her horn glowed, and the nightgown lifted from her elegant body into the air, where it folded itself into shimmering layers and then drifted over in front of Pinkie Pie. Pinkie's eyes... Same sentence. Pinky. Pinky. Pinky's eyes gleamed with satisfaction, which wasn't even daunted when Luna dropped the nightgown on the floor in front of her with a contemptuous flourish. "Show us, then," said Princess Luna. Pinky nodded. She took Applejack's hat. "It's important that it's such a nice hat. It makes it more meaningful," she said. She then took the nightgown, looking at it critically, unfolding it with nudges and grabbing the edges with her teeth, folding it around the hat. "Applejack's hair is down. Can somebody look in her bunk for... Never mind." Pinky scampered over and began tugging at Applejack's tail. Honey,
Y'all trying to strip us all the nakedest ever or something? That's just a bonus,
replied Pinky, and scooted back to the hat and nightgown, bearing her new prize, the ribbon Applejack used as a tail tie. She looped it around, pulling it taut between teeth and a forehoof, and then grabbed the bundle she'd made with her teeth and trotted toward the blank wall of snow. She dropped it on the floor, grinning merrily at the snow wall. She nudged the hat, wrapped in nightgown and tied with tail tie, into the snow. Nothing happened. She nudged it again, her grin going forced.
Smile, she hissed to the others.
Confused beyond reason, they put on awkward smiles as well, and Pinky beamed with pleasure, turned, beamed at the snow wall, and nudged the hat against it once more, and this time it went in. The pony's jaws dropped as they watched. It was like the bundle phased through the wall as if it wasn't there, though to them it had been a cold, dangerous obstacle. Pinkie Pie bounced with glee and stared expectantly at the wall of snow, and suddenly it was gone. They all caught a glimpse of the hat and nightgown dropping out of sight outside the door of the train, and then Pinkie had bounced through the door and was back with their things in her teeth. She tossed her improvised package onto the floor before them and chirped,
"All done." "But, thou miraculous fool, or not that I mean that in a bad way." "How'd you do that?" snapped Applejack. "What'd it do? Did it do anything to my hat?" "It had to be your hat," said Pinkie. "I'm sorry, we didn't have anything else valuable. Not really valuable, anyway." "Yeah, but, look, I'm awful grateful you got us out of this, Pinkie. But what the hay was all that about? What did you do?" "Weren't you listening?" said Pinkie. "Don't you know anything about Snow Weasels? I told you it was Snow Weasels. I know I did. Didn't the fact that it was Snow Weasels give you any kind of a hint? I guess not. And gosh, it was good that I was here if nobody knew anything about Snow Weasels, because who knows what might have happened if I wasn't."
Applejack shook her head, as if to clear it.
All right. Just pretend for a second that we don't know nothing about no Snow Weasels. What is it you know about Snow Weasels, then?"
Pinkie Pie blinked cutely and explained.
"Their snow time likes a present."
Jaws dropped. There was a horrified silence. Then Rarity's gaze met Applejack's.
"We shall never speak of this again."
"Got it," replied the country pony, deeply shaken. "If this brief prank of a fic amused you, please do have a look at my other fics here on my story page. Blah, 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 blah."
Well, it's interesting. I mean, yeah, I laughed. I don't know how it could be better. I also could be confusing my lack of amusement for transferring said amusement into my
dramatic, deep voice.
That, and I'm just a very mellow, apathetic kind of person, for lack of a better word. I don't know. I just, I feel unamused. I don't know. If I'm lying to you, go back and watch the video again. You know, you'll see my amusement in my face. I didn't like how dumb Luna seemed. I can understand her protesting to her nightgown being taken off, although honestly they're naked anyway. I really don't see how that was a problem. Although I suppose in comedy it can be ignored. I'm really not the best judge. I mean, don't even take my word for it. This is just my opinion, you know? I'm no expert on this. This is just what I think of it. I can't give it a thumbs down. You know, I think I'll give this a thumbs up, but no favorites list. So, thank you to, where is it? Thank you to the person who posts as Fluttershy, element of self-descriptive usernames, for that story.
Doom of the Snow Weasels.
That was, an amusing tale. Alright, so that's the only one for this week, so See you guys.